How Walt Disney created Disneyland. Disneyland Park spans over 100 acres and features 9 themed lands, as well as a variety of hidden backstage spots, with the upcoming edition of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway set to open in Mickey Toontown in 2022. But have you ever thought about how Walt Disney created Disneyland? What problems did he face? And how did he achieve this goal? We'll give you a deep dive into the making of Disneyland. And to know it all, keep watching. But before that, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Let's roll in. Moving back to the 1930s, Walt Disney had the idea for Disneyland while visiting Griffith Park in Los Angeles alongside his daughters Diane and Sharon. After watching them ride the merry-go-round, he had the idea for a haven where adults and their kids could go and have fun together. However, his dream remained unfulfilled for many years. The first known draft of Disney's schemes was sent as a memo to studio production designer Dick Kelsey on August 31, 1948, where it was termed a Mickey Mouse Park. Based on documents Disney made all through his and Ward Kimball's trip to the Chicago Railroad Fair the very same month, with a 2-day stop in Henry Ford's Museum and Greenfield Village, a place with attractions such as Main Street and steamboat rides, where he had visited 8 years prior. When individuals wrote to Disney about seeing the Walt Disney Studios, he discovered that a working movie studio had nothing to offer visiting fans. He began to nurture several ideas for establishing a tourist attraction near the Burbank studios. His concepts grew to include a small play park with a boat ride, as well as other themed zones. The Mickey Mouse Park concept was initially planned for an 8-acre tract to the south, across Riverside Drive from the studio. Aside from Greenfield Village and the Chicago Railroad Fair, Disney was influenced by Tivoli Gardens in Denmark, Knott's Berry Farm, Colonial Williamsburg, the Century of Progress in Chicago, and the 1939 World's Fair in New York. His designers began developing designs, but the project grew considerably larger than the site could accommodate. Disney recruited Stanford Research Institute's Harrison Price to determine the best location for the intended theme park based on predicted future expansion. Disney purchased 160 acres of orange groves plus walnut trees in Anaheim, southeast of Los Angeles in adjacent Orange County, based on Price's research. Walt Disney Animation Studios and ABC Studios are currently housed at modest Burbank property that Disney initially explored. Difficulties in getting financing encouraged Disney to look into other techniques of earning funds, and he decided to develop a show called Disneyland. It aired on ABC, which was still in its infancy at the time. In exchange, the network committed to contributing to the park's funding. Disneyland was owned for the first 5 years by Disneyland Inc., owned by Walt Disney Productions, Walt Disney, Western Publishing, and ABC. Furthermore, Disney sold several of the businesses on Main Street, USA to third-party firms. By 1960, Walt Disney Productions had purchased all other shares. However, the partnership had already established a long-term connection with ABC, which resulted in the Walt Disney Company's takeover of ABC in the mid-1990s. However, the work began on July 16, 1954, and finished at a cost of $17 million. 1 year and 1 day later, the park opened. Yay! At the same time, U.S. Route 101 was being built immediately north of the site. To prepare for the predicted traffic, 2 extra lanes were built to the freeway before the park opened. And here came the day. On Sunday, July 17, 1955, Disneyland was opened during an international press preview ceremony that was exclusively available to invited visitors and the media. We all have heard good things bring challenges. Although 28,000 individuals attended the event, only around half of them were invited, with the remainder having obtained fake tickets or sneaking in by leaping over the barrier. It opened to the public the next day with 20 attractions. The special Sunday celebrations, including the dedication, were led by 3 of Walt Disney's Hollywood friends, Arndt Linkletter, Bob Cummings, and Ronald Reagan. During the live broadcast, numerous attendees fell over the television camera wires. When Disney began reading the Tomorrowland plaque, he paused midway through when a technician off-camera mentioned something to him. After remembering he was on air, he said, "I thought I received a signal," and restarted the dedication from the beginning. While in Fantasyland, Linkletter attempted to provide coverage for Cummings, who was on the pirate ship. He was unprepared and attempted to return the coverage to Linkletter, who had lost his microphone. Cummings then narrated his search for it in front of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. The two-lane Harbor Boulevard was crowded. Famous people who were supposed to appear every 2 hours showed up all at once. The temperature was exceptionally high at 101 degrees Fahrenheit. And due to a local plumber's strike, Disney was given the option of having operating water fountains or running toilets. He went with the latter option, leaving several drinking fountains empty. Since Pepsi sponsored the park's launch, dissatisfied guests assumed the dysfunctional fountains were a cynical way to promote the drink, while other merchants ran out of food. The asphalt that had been laid that morning was soft enough to sink high-heeled shoes into. As it was getting challenging for the guests too, some parents tossed their children over the shoulders of the crowd to get their youngsters on rides like the King Arthur Carousel. Later, Disney and his 1955 executives dubbed July 17, 1955, Black Sunday. Walt Disney invited people back for a special second day to see Disneyland properly after a preview opening received tremendously unfavorable headlines. At the time and during Walt and Roy Disney's lives, July 17th was regarded as only a preview, with July 18 being the formal opening day. Since then, the corporation has chosen July 17th as the official date, the one recognized every year as Disneyland's birthday, assisted by recollections of the television show. Work on expanding the one-park, one-hotel complex began in the late 1990s. The Disneyland Resort included Disneyland Park, the Disneyland Hotel, the original parking lot, and newly purchased adjacent properties. The property was expanded at the time with the addition of the Disney California Adventure theme park, the downtown Disney shopping, dining, and entertainment complex, a redesigned Disneyland hotel, the building of Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa, and the acquisition as well as rebranding of the Pan Pacific Hotel as Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel. To differentiate it from the bigger complex under development, the park was called Disneyland Park. Because these improvements utilized the existing parking lot, the 6-level, 10,250-space Mickey and Friends parking place was constructed in the northwest corner. It was the biggest parking garage in the United States when it was finished in 2000. During the mid-1990s, the park's management team sparked debate amongst fans and staff. Cynthia Harris and Paul Pressler, then executives, initiated a number of reforms to increase profitability. While their actions increased shareholders' profits in the near term, they were widely criticized for their lack of vision. Harris and Pressler's retail backgrounds gradually changed Disneyland's focus from attractions to merchandise. McKinsey & Company was called in to assist in simplifying operations, which resulted in significant adjustments and layoffs. After nearly a decade of abandonment, the old park exhibited indications of degradation. Fans of the park protested the perceived loss in customer value and park quality, calling for the management team to be fired. With multiple modifications and learning from mistakes, we have this amazing fun park that adults and kids enjoy at the same time. It's just what Walt envisioned when he was with his daughters in various amusement parks. With 726 million visitors since its opening, Disneyland has the most cumulative attendance of any theme park in the world. In 2018, the park saw around 18.6 million visitors, making it the world's second most visited amusement park that year, trailing only to Magic Kingdom, the attraction it inspired. What do you think of Disneyland and the struggle of Walt Disney? It's truly inspirational for us. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Don't forget to comment below your views. Thanks for watching.